don't seek gratefulness or thanks except from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't wait for people to be grateful to you. Don't wait for people to appreciate what you're doing for them. Don't expect that from them, which is the issue of expectations that makes many people miserable, that it's the reason for so many problems in our homes and our relationships, is the issue of expectations. You expect things. Don't expect anything, right? Especially when you do something. You say, I did this to that person, or to his wife, or the wife did to her husband. I've been doing this, and nothing from his side. Do it for the sake of Allah. Yes, it doesn't feel good and so on, but وَطِّن نَفْسَكَ, exercise yourself, that you're not waiting for people to thank you or to appreciate what you're doing. It's bad from them, and they should learn not to do that, and you should do that, making sure that you're always grateful to others. Whoever is not grateful to people is not grateful to Allah. So if you do something of goodness to those who have rights on you, or those who have no rights on you, then know for sure with certainty that you were basically worshipping Allah in this goodness or what you did. So that means you only care about the rewards from Allah. And don't use that as a tool against them. I only seek the rewards from Allah. I don't want nothing from you. That's bad manners. If a person is sincere, he won't remind people of his favors, and that requires to exercise this. If it comes, mashallah, this is great. And this is the meaning, one of the meanings of khudh al-af. Take the extra from people. If they say, Jazakumullah khairan, mashallah, you're such a, mashallah, this is good. If they don't, it doesn't matter. It's optional. Make it as an optional thing when it comes from them. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about the believers, Surah Al-Insan, إِنَّمَا نُطْعِمُكُمْ لِوَجْهِ اللَّهِ لَا نُرِيدُ مِنْكُمْ جَزَاءً وَلَا شُكُورًا. We give you food for the sake of Allah. We don't want from you jaza'an, recompense, or shukura. We don't want you to be grateful to us. We don't want you to thank us. So when you give a poor something, don't wait for the dua and the thank. Don't wait for that. You don't want that. If it comes, it's his own goodness. It has nothing to do with you. And therefore, it's a test from Allah to see who's sincere and who's not. So if you do something of goodness to your wife, for example, and your wife does not appreciate that, would you stop? If you stop, that means it depends on whether it's an obligatory thing or not, but that means a person was not really sincerely doing things for the sake of Allah. And don't worry about that's going to make them be this and that. Leave the matter to Allah. If you do good things for the sake of Allah, wait for what happens to you, because it's not in your control. The one that is the owner of the heart of your wife is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's the one that has the power to change her heart. And the same thing for the wife to her husband. The one that owns the heart of your husband is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when you do good for the sake of Allah, or it's your children, whatever there is, do it for the sake of Allah, and don't let the shaitan whisper to you that if I do this, they're going to be bad or this and that. And that also requires knowledge so that we don't fall into some foolishness.